everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 books in Python, 2 books for the beginners, and 1 book for the advanced professionals. So overall, we have 3 books, and these are the books that I'm going to cover in this video. The first one is Python for Data Science for Dummies, and I get a lot of people asking me in various forums like Telegram channels or on LinkedIn that, hey Puneet, I'm new to this field of data science and machine learning, and how do I go about learning them? So this particular book is good if you want to go into the field of data science and you want to take up Python as a programming language. So this book is by the publisher is Willy India, and the authors, there are 2. So you have Lucas Masson and John Paul Muller. Both these authors have another book which I will also be talking about after this book. This book is a good one for beginners. So it has about 6 parts and it has about 21 chapters in overall. Some of the notable things that I found about this book is that it has chapter 5 talks about working with real data. So it talks about how you work actually with real data. So most of the examples are given here. They cover fictitious data, but there's a complete chapter which is dedicated to how do you work on real data. So that is one good thing about this particular book. And then chapter 6 is about conditioning your data, which is something that a data scientist would do day in and day out in their jobs. So there's a complete chapter dedicated to that. So that's something good about this book. And then you've got chapter 9 and 10, which covers visualization and visualizing the data. And it also talks about matplotlib, which is also a very well-known library which anybody who's trying to get into this field of data science should be aware of, and not just aware how to implement in Python. So there are very good examples given in this book which you will learn. So the book leans towards data science, so there's not much of machine learning in this book, but I would say it's a good book for beginners, and if you want to move into this field and you want to make yourself a data scientist, then this is one book that I recommend for you. The last book in this series is the Machine Learning in Python, and this is the Essential Techniques for Predictive Analysis. This book is by Michael Bowles and the publisher is Willy. And this book has just 7 chapters, and I recommend this book for advanced machine learning professionals. So if you already know machine learning and you would like to improve on your machine learning skills, then this book is for you. The good thing about this book is that it just covers 2 of the techniques which are commonly used in machine learning. One is the penalized linear methods, and the second is the ensemble methods. So we have seen the power of ensemble methods in various Kaggle competitions, and the linear methods are also covered with equal focus in this book. So those are the good things about this book. And it teaches you in Python. So the last chapter is actually the chapter 7, building ensemble methods with Python. So this is a great book if you're a Python lover and into machine learning and would like to improve on your skills, then I recommend this book for you. The second book that I have in this series is Machine Learning in Python and R for Dummies. And the authors are same, John Paul Muller and Luca Masseron, the same authors, and the publisher is also Whaley. So nothing changes there as far as the author and publishers are concerned, but this is a book which covers both Python and R, and it is oriented towards machine learning and not data science, as the previous book was towards data science. So this is more into machine learning. And the good thing is that it covers both the languages, Python and R, and there are ample examples in both Python and R in this book. Overall, this book has about 6 parts and 23 chapters. So it starts with the R and Python installation, so somebody new into this field will actually get to know how to install R and Python, and what are the websites and what's the installation process and the steps involved in that. So all that is covered in this book with ample detail. The good thing about this book, which the data science book by the same authors did not cover, is that this book has maths and statistics basics, which is actually should have been in data science, because data science is more into statistics, and that's where they should have covered these chapters. But I think in order to make up for what they missed out over there, the authors have included 2 chapters on maths and statistics in this book. There's also an overview of neural network, which is there in this book, and with one description of deep learning as well. The good thing about this book that I found out was the chapter 23, which is actually the last chapter, and it is great as it gives a practical tip on providing on improving your machine learning model. So there are not much of books that I have seen which gives you tips on how to improve your machine learning model. So here they've given 10 ways to improve your machine learning model, and which I found this book to be very helpful. So if you are a beginner and moving into the field of machine learning, and you want to learn Python and R both, then this book is a recommended one for you.